Hello girls, how are you? Today we will make revision on chapter 15 and also chapter 16, the geometry part. Let's remember together what we took on these two chapters. First, we explained what is the meaning of the polygon, and I told you that to know the shape, is it polygon or no, it means it must be closed shape, not opened. The second, it has to be flat shape. Third, it has straight sides, not curved lines. If you have the three properties, we will say it's a polygon. So it's multi-sided shapes, closed, two-dimensional means flat. And we took some examples for the polygons. And I told you, according to the number of sides, my polygon will take a name. So for example here, if I have 3 sides, I will call it triangle. 4 sides, quadrilateral. 5, it's pentagon. 6, hexagon. 7, heptagon. 8, octagon. 9, nonagon. 10, decagon. And also we said that the straight lines, we call it the sides. And the point or the corner between two straight sides, when two sides meet, we call it vertex. Okay, let's move to another part. After we explained this, we took in more details the quadrilaterals. The quadrilaterals means what? Mean a polygon with 4 sides, mean 4 straight lines. And we took some examples for the quadrilaterals. So we said that we have the parallelogram. And what are the properties of the parallelogram? Can you remember with me? Yes, the first property, why we call it parallelogram? Because each two opposite sides, they are parallel to each other. So this one parallel to this one, and this one parallel to this one. That's why I called it parallelogram. And also, each two opposite sides, they are equal in size. Then we explained after the parallelogram the rectangle. Yes, here it is, the shape of the rectangle. The rectangle looks like the parallelogram with a small difference that the 4 angles are 90 degrees. So it has 4 right angles. But also like the parallelogram in what? Each two opposite lines or each two opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other. Then let's explain another one, which is the square. Yes, what are the properties of the square? Also, it belongs to the family of the parallelogram. Why? Because it has 2 pair of parallel sides, means each two opposite sides are parallel to each other. And it's like the rectangle because the angles are right angles. Then the 4 sides are equal. So these are the properties for the square. The last one in the family of the parallelogram, we call it rhombus. The rhombus, like the parallelogram, with one difference, which is what? The 4 sides are equal, but also no right angles in it. Each two opposite sides, they are parallel to each other, but the difference between it and the parallelogram, that here the 4 sides are equal in size. Then we have one different quadrilateral, that's why it's outside the family of the parallelogram, which is the trapezoid. The trapezoid, we said that it's also 4-sided. It has just one pair of parallel sides. That's why it's different than the parallelograms. Here I have just these 2 sides are parallel. The other 2, they are not parallel to each other. Let's move to another lesson to refresh the information of it, which is triangles. Okay. What we took on the triangles, do you remember? First of all, we said what means a triangle? Yes, triangle is a polygon with the 3 sides. And we classified the triangle by 2 ways. according to the angles and according to the sides. According to the angles, we said that I have three types of triangles. Acute, it means three acute angles in it. Then right angle, it means two acute and just one right angle. Then the third type, which is the obtuse, we said I have in it two acute angles and one obtuse. And what mean obtuse? Yes, greater than 90 degrees. Acute, less than 90 degrees. And right angle mean it's 90 degrees. So this is the classification according to the angles. What about the sides? According to the sides, also I have three types. The first one, equilateral, and we said from the name it's equal, mean the three sides equal. The second type we call it isosceles, means two equal sides. The third one is the scalene, the three sides are different. I don't have any sides which is equal in it. So equilateral, isosceles, scalene. This is according to what? According to the sides of the triangle. Okay, let's move to another part, which is the solid figure. So I finished the polygon. All the polygons were flat shapes, but now I moved to the three-dimensional shapes, which is solid figure. We took some types for the solid figures, like first we have the prism. We said that the prism, they are polyhedrons. What mean polyhedrons? It means each face in it is a polygon. Yes, and the top face and the bottom, they are exactly the same. So we call it prism. Here also the top and the bottom are the same. The top and the bottom the same. That's why we call it prism. How can I name my prism? We name it according to the base or the top. Like for example here, the top and the base, they are triangles, so we call it triangular prism. On the second one, it's pentagonal prism. The third one, rectangular prism, because the base is rectangle shape. Then after the prism, we took the pyramid. The pyramid, it has just one base. I don't have one in the top, just one base. On the top, all the sides connected in one vertex. And the shape of the pyramid or the name of the pyramids, I can refer it to the shape of the base. It means if my base is triangle, so triangular pyramid. If it's a rectangle, so I will call it rectangular pyramid. If it's a pentagon, my base, so we should call it pentagonal pyramid. So we're done with the prisms, the pyramid. Now cone, sphere, and the cylinder. Okay, here why we put them together? We said before, because I have on it what? Curved lines or curved faces. So here the three of them, the common between them that they have curved faces. Okay, here for the cone I just have a base, I don't have a top. And for the sphere, I don't have any flat surfaces. All of it is curved. But for the cylinder, I have top, I have bottom, and they are flat surface. Then after the solid figure, we took how can I find the volume of the rectangular prism. And we said that we have two formulas. What are the two formulas? For the volume, I need to find three dimensions. Length multiply width multiply by height. Okay, what about the second formula? On the second formula, we said that if you have the area of one of the bases, mean length multiplied by width, so you can multiply it directly by the height because it will replace length multiply width. Why I called it B? Because this is the base of my shape. You will multiply it by the height. Here is the length in my rectangular prism. here is the width. If I multiply them, it will give me the area of this rectangle, which is the base. Yes, then I can multiply it by the height, and the height we said before, from the top to the bottom, this is the height. Okay girls, now I will start to solve with you some questions related to the geometry part to revise together.